Have you been contemplating how you will make it through this academic year? Are you considering how to overcome some of the challenges you are facing in the classroom with technology or in your practice generally? I will share with you 3 useful hacks as to how you are able to weather this academic year successfully without feeling the need to emotionally, mentally, or physically check out. Sometimes there are eventualities that makes you question whether it is worth progressing and finding new ways to overcome the hurdles along the way. Some of these may be challenging behaviors from students, poor in-school behavioral systems, poor working relationships with teams, and demotivating work cultures. There could also be lack of resources and removal of professional autonomy and insurmountable planning and marking, among many other challenges. There are strategies that can be used to circumvent these obstacles and regaining full confidence in your ability to see your professional decisions and passions through. Let's explore. Behaviors of individuals and groups can sometimes be frustrating to deal with, especially when students choose to behave selfishly and they exhibit these behaviors in the group at the expense of other learners. Equally, some schools' behavioral system does not provide the support needed to address the problems, and therefore teachers are left to deal with them on their own. The first point of resolving these behavioral difficulty is fairness. Being fair in your request, your expectations, and the challenges you make. Not all poor behavior will dissipate by ignoring them. Some of these behaviors will escalate. It is therefore essential that poor and unacceptable behaviors are nipped in the bud. It is important to follow through, and whatever measures you say that you will implement, be implemented. Consider the cost you will be paying and the rewards to determine if your investment is going to be amplifying or diminishing. Behavior and attitude to learning cards can be a good tool to assist with fairness. These cards are like those issued in sports, particularly football or soccer. Using green card at the start of the lesson leaves students with something to work to retain. Be clear on what will warrant a yellow card and issue them to keep track and maintain that fairness and follow through. Then issue an orange card to give yourself a longer journey to get to the red card, all the time gradually increasing the consequences as you progress. Eventually, the red card is served, and this comes with its own consequences, and that needs to be followed through. These consequences need to be progressively getting harder without consuming too much of your time. Where students are having frequent orange or yellow cards, placing them on an expectation tracker for the lesson from start to finish that you report home about fortnightly might help to get students conforming. Equally, there needs to be a reward on the other side using positive praise for those who retain their green cards consistently. This could be through postcards and other forms of reporting home, to give the added incentives to other students that they are recognized for doing the right things and that they are appreciated. When dealing with difficult students or colleagues and even parents, it can be exhausting and energy-sucking. It is therefore imperative that you pick your battles that you are going to tackle. This way you reduce your stress levels, anxiety or disgust that dealing with those individuals presents. It will not always be possible to remove the problematic child from your classroom. It means that you will need to find strategies and approaches to alleviate the problems or circumvent the troubles altogether. One of the primary ways of picking your battles is choosing how you will respond. People can do things to irritate and frustrate you. However, you decide what you will let in and what you will invest your time in resolving. For this to work, explore beforehand what you want to achieve from the student, the colleague, or the parent. Be clear in your mind about it, then decide on the top priority. Tackle that and only that. Once that is achieved, tackle another thing. They haven't been unnoticed. You are deciding how best you are going to use your energies to achieve your desired goals. Teaching is a thankless job and the work never ends, and it's therefore incumbent on you to pace yourself. Gradually explore the aspects of your role with your planning, your teaching and learning, feedback, independent learning, among other responsibilities, and the various options for improving and achieving success. Once you have explored these options, apply first principles of what strategies will yield the maximum outcomes with the minimum input and implement those first. Progressively continue implementing strategies until you have arrived at a place where the expectations and the expected targets are achieved or exceeded. Keep abreast of the curriculum and pedagogy to ensure students' learning are being enriched. Design a schedule for all your marking and feedback and stick to it. Make marking and feedback more impactful by practicing progressive checks within the classroom. Manage email readings in short bursts of 15 minutes or so in the mornings, after school, or during your break period where possible. Forward plan your resources and how to meet the needs of specific students, especially the ones that are a challenge. This ensures that you are better able to manage the classroom and fulfill your role more seamlessly. Remember, students' learning cannot be compromised upon. However, efforts to achieve these results can be varied, and impact does not correlate with long, arduous approaches. Weathering the academic year and enjoying doing so is very possible when you focus on a few areas that are persistently a challenge. Determining how you will be able to overcome these challenges or circumvent the hurdles whilst maintaining the integrity of the profession and that of your own will also ensure that you maintain your passion and continue to grow as a professional. Explore how these could make a difference in making your term or your year a better one. Which of these hacks will you be using as a tool to support you in weathering out the year in style?